So, South Africa is surrounded by water and has both desert and dry terrain. The coastline provides a source to rivers that go throughout South Africa, but they still lack fresh water. It's broken down into 9 different provinces, and there's 8 different habitats. The weather can change dramatically from habitat to habitat, depending on where you are. South Africa has numerous resources, but it's most known for mining, platinum, and coal. Thanks to all the natural resources, South Africa has been able to build and develop its economy. Although their economy has gotten better, they still have really high unemployment rates. South Africa has many problems with water and electricity. We will be creating windmills to place in open fields, a paddle wheel to generate energy and filter water from polluted rivers, as well as a water filter for filtering water for crops. With these new products, the outcome can be life-changing for this country. South Africa has a population of almost 52 million. The majority are blacks, then white, then colored, then Indians. Most are Christian, and the majority of the population is between 22 and 54 years old. And they have 11 official languages throughout, but English is used when conducting business. South Africa's middle class consists of 4.2 million people. In 2004, it was only 1.7 million. It's growing very fast, and with it comes an increase of demand for services like TV subscribers, and new people are entering the housing market. The largest impact on retail as well, finance, vehicles, and construction industry. If a company is unknown in South Africa, a more formal introduction may help gain access to decision makers. Networking and relationship building are crucial for long-term businesses. They prefer face-to-face meetings, and it's important to have mutual trust before negotiations. Many of the universities in South Africa are linked to some of the largest public hospitals, private medical institutions limited to higher income patients. They are free to choose their religion, and the majority of people are Christian, Islam, Hindu, traditional African religions, and Judaism. Informal sector cross-border traders, people who are buying and selling across national borders, carry goods ranging from fruit and vegetables to mattresses, stereos, duvets, and other household goods. Export market dominated by machinery, electronic, chemical products, cars, metal, and minerals. Companies should choose regions based on the industry. For example, Cape Town is a wine and tourist industry, while Port Elizabeth is in industrial and manufacturing. Business should target younger audiences, have more family-based products and services, household products. Companies should research buying etiquette and customs before negotiating to avoid unintended consequences. Secondary education is important to medical families. The government has a lot of regulations in South Africa. You must register for income tax and employee withholding tax at the South African Revenue Services, registration for compensation and job-related injury and illnesses. Registration for unemployment insurance is also necessary through the Department of Labor. Takes about 2 months for site development plans, an office of building permit, a road repair deposit, a telephone connection. It takes about 1 month to apply for electricity. It might be necessary for a company to have an action to take, establish headquarters in the United States, hire an expert attorney, keep track of expenses. Our first product is a windmill. It utilizes the empty open fields to create a windmill system that will produce efficient, affordable energy. It will provide customers with consistent, reliable energy, resulting in actively engaged employees. By using the local empty fields, we're able to create a huge complex of windmills that will give us a competitive advantage, as well as the use of national resources to create the windmills. Our next product is a paddle wheel. It goes in rivers and it creates energy and filters the water to kill the bacteria in the rivers. The paddle wheel filtration device will be put into rivers to create more energy. As the paddle wheels are pushed, they will create energy as it spins through the water. While this is happening, the water will be going through a nanofiber membrane that's infused with active carbon to kill bacteria. This will create safer water for consumers, and since most of the water for watering crops is from the rivers, it will help reduce illness from eating contaminated food. Since we are able to produce a paddle wheel that produces energy and filters the water at the same time, we have a great competitive advantage. Our last product is a water filter that will be connected to the beginning of a water source for any farms. So this way that you make sure that they're not spraying their crops with bacteria. The water filters will be created with the same nanofiber technology as the paddle wheels. These filters will be connected to the main water line in order to remove any bacteria that may have not been removed earlier. This provides customers with both clean, safe water for their crops as well as clean drinking water. To make the filters, we use the coal as a natural resource in South Africa and make it into active carbon that we can infuse into nanofiber material that we must import, but this material is very easy to transport. With these products, we will increase productivity by supplying clean energy to various economic sectors, including, but not limited to, major mining, agriculture, fisheries, automotive, food processing, textiles, and telecommunication sectors. Clean and renewable energy would jumpstart future technological advances and propel South Africa into a more stable economic situation. With the introduction of this company, we would see the agricultural section prosper, coal exports increase, unemployment fall, as well as an overall increase in the nation's GDP. We will be able to create jobs, lower unemployment, and boost the GDP. Employment opportunities in production, maintenance, and operations will increase. Supplying energy to an entire country would require tens and thousands of employees. According to one source, South Africa is the largest coal-producing country in the world, producing more than 255 million tons a year, 3/4 of which are consumed domestically, of which 77% of the country's total energy is derived from. Providing a sustainable energy source would decrease the dependency on coal, increase coal exports, and reduce South Africa's carbon footprint. The filtering aspect of the tidal energy plant would drastically decrease large concentrations of pollution in rivers. This would benefit the agriculture sector and improve the quality of life by making usable water available throughout the country. Fixing water and energy problems provide room for sustainable growth that will aid in strengthening of infrastructure. Some benefits are that only a small portion of materials used in producing the equipment would need to be imported, which is lower cost. Most of the other materials needed are readily available, effectively lowering production and operation costs. Cost-effective job training by utilizing already present know-how from the industries. Both automotive and energy productions are somewhat related, so transitional training would be cheap and timely. Since the automotive industry accounts for nearly 7.5% of the country's GDP, there could be an opportunity to capitalize on cheap production cost as well. Furthermore, with the labor know-how already present in the automotive sector, there could be an opportunity to quickly and cost-effectively train personnel.